Hello, I'm Dr. Whispers. I hope that you aren't waiting too long in the waiting room. Good. Okay, so you're here for your lymphatic examination. Okay. Alright, have you ever had one before? No? Okay. Alright, let me just ask you, were you coming here because you're concerned about a particular area that you think your lymph nodes are swollen, or are you just having the examination? Okay, so you're just having it because you heard it might be a good idea to get it checked every now and then. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take down just a few notes, and then I'm going to give you just a quick check, just to make sure you don't already have signs of some type of infection. That way, when I do check your lymph nodes, if I do find any swollen, we can better understand that more than likely it would have something to do with an infection, because it is cold season, you see. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me go ahead and just check your heart real quick, okay? There's really not much to this examination. I'm going to do a lot of touching around the areas where the lymph nodes tend to swell. And as I go along, I'll explain to you a little bit more about the procedure, okay? So I could just get you to sit real still for me. Check your heart rate. Okay, good. Check your lungs. Breathe in for me. Out. In. Out. Okay. Lean forward for me. Check the back. Breathe in. And out. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Breathe in. And out. One more time. Deep breath in. And out. Okay, very good. Alright. Have you had any sniffling, sneezing, sore throat of any kind? If not, okay. One of the most common places for your lymph nodes to swell is around your neck area here, along the back side of your neck. And that's due to, a common cold infection, sore throat. So I'm just double checking to make sure that you don't have those symptoms first before I check and feel for them. Okay, so just hold your arm out for me. I'm going to check your blood pressure. Okay, and just hold still for me. Next, I'm going to do a quick check looking in your eyes, your throat, and your ears with my light. I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on because I'm going to need them for the rest of the procedure, okay? Alright, the reason we check lymph nodes is lymph is in your body, and it helps transport a fluid containing white blood cells to an area of infection in your body, which is why when a certain area swells, a certain area of your body swells, your lymph nodes swell, that tends to be the area of infection, which is why in this upper area, if you had a cold, it would be more likely that they would swell up in this area. So, but it's also a good way to check for other issues in the body. But the most common issue with lymph node swelling is an infection, some type of bacterial infection, or just something that your body is trying to fight off with white blood cells, and it requires the lymphatic system to bring the white blood cells to the area of infection. Okay, that's why certain areas may swell and others don't. So, and again, why I'm checking you quickly like this is to see if I see any signs before I feel of your lymph nodes. If you will, just hold your eyes open for me. Good. Just keep them open for me. I'm gonna pull your lid down. I'm just looking to see if I see anything. Maybe tiredness or any discoloration in the eye. Okay, good. Let me check the other eye. Okay, good. Doing great. Okay, just look straight ahead for me. Just simple checks that I do, that any doctor would do, to just check to see if you've got any type of issue going on. Okay. Take my finger, I'm going to touch right there, and I'm going to look into the back of your throat. Just say, ah. Okay, continue to hold your mouth open for me. And you say you have no sore throat, no soreness in the morning. Okay, very good. Alright, if you will, turn your head slightly that way. Check your ear area. Just gonna look down here, and I'm gonna pull your lobe down. Okay, good. Seeing if I see anything that looks to be any type of ear infection. Good, good. Continue to hold still for me. Okay. Turn your head the other way for me. Good. Good. Okay, excellent. All right. I don't see any type of what appears to be an infection building, like a common cold or anything. So, I'm going to show you real quick for this exam, because you say you haven't had any issues that you know of feeling any type of swollen lymph nodes when you touch yourself. I'm only going to concentrate on the main upper areas of your body, and I'll show you. The lymphatic system is throughout the entire body, okay? Alright, but the area that there's the most concentration is up in this area up here, the cervical, and the cervical area. That's where the concentration tends to be if you get a cold or sore throat. Also here, there's a collection of them under the armpits there, and then in the groin area on both sides. This is where, like I said, they're all throughout your body, your lymph nodes are, but the concentration, the biggest concentration of them are in these areas. But for you, because you're not having any issues, you haven't noticed anything, you're just getting a checkup, I'm just going to check the cervical areas up here and possibly underneath the armpits, okay? Okay, so to get started, I'm going to be wearing gloves. I'm going to start up here around your temple area. Alright, I'm going to be touching both sides at the same time. Not only does this let me cover more ground, it also helps me to determine, feeling one side along with the other. I can see if there's a variance in the sizes, because they should typically be the same size, you know. So, I just need you to relax and sit real still for me, okay? See here. Okay, just hold real still for me. Okay. And I am I'm just going to be lightly tapping, touching, okay? I might press a little bit harder in some areas or rub a little bit to see if the node is able to move around or if it's in place, okay? Just hold still for me. Right now I'm checking your preocular nodes. That's the ones right there, close to your temples. Just continue to hold still for me. I'm going to reach my hands around to the back. I'm going to do the posterior ocular. That's the area kind of right above the nape of your neck. You feel it? Okay. Alright, I'm just feeling for any type of enlarged, or if one is a different size than the other. I'm not feeling anything strange or odd, so that's a good sign. Okay. Okay. I'm going to move to the occipital. A little bit further down and back. Just going to do some light tapping. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you feel any pain. Okay. It's not uncommon to feel pain. You can have some sensitive lymph nodes. Alright, now I'm going to check these right in front of your ears, your parotid area. Right there, kind of like where your jawline, where your upper and lower jaw meet, sort of. Sometimes you can feel stuff in that area. If I stop for a second and I'm just rolling around, that's normal. Just I'm going to slightly slide down. This is the tonsillier area. This is the most common area that doctors will check. There's swollen lymph nodes right here. It's the most common area to swell as well, and probably one of the easiest to feel. But I am not feeling anything odd. Okay, now I'm going to move down to the submandibular. It's right under your chin area, okay? Just keep your neck relaxed for me, okay? Hold your head up. Sometimes I will use both hands on one side. Okay. Alright, now let's check on the cervical areas. That's the ones located in your neck. Just hold your neck up for me. Good. I may do a lot more rubbing here because these tend to be a little bit more spread out. Not as clustered up as the others. Okay, I'm going to reach my hands around to the back of your neck and check the posterior. Okay, good. I'm going to go kind of more to the sides of your neck, and I'm going to do the deep cervical area. That was a little bit harder to feel out. I'm going to reach around to the back one more time. Check that posterior area, okay? Alright. Now I'm going to move down to your clavicle area, okay? Tapping like that, okay? Might tickle actually. Okay. Just kind of going out to on your collarbone, kind of behind it, okay? I'm really not feeling anything odd. Anything of note. When's the last time you probably had a cold or an infection? Well, okay. Sometimes you can get, I'm gonna feel over here real quick. Sometimes you can get what's called shoddy lymph nodes, which means they were swollen at one time because of an infection, but when they went down, they never went back down to normal. Smaller, but still a little bit swollen, and they just stay that way. It's usually nothing to worry about. But sometimes people can get concerned because they know that they are a little bit bigger than a normal size one. And in that case, you could have a doctor, monitor it over a long period of time, see if it changes. But like I said, a lot of times that's because it swelled so much during the infection that when it went back down, it never could go back down to normal. I actually have one of those myself. I checked. Okay. Get you to kind of just raise your arms just a little bit. I'm going to try to be as sensitive as possible, but I'm going to touch right around the arm today, okay? I'm going to use both hands on each side for this, though. It's easier that way. Okay, you're doing good. I'll check the other side. Okay. This is good. It's not tickling and there's no pain, right? Sometimes you can have a swollen glandular area right in there. It is painful, and sometimes it's not a health risk, but it can be somewhat painful for somebody, especially if somebody's kind of tapping with that on this area right here. But you don't feel any pain or anything. I'm not noticing anything hard or swollen. And everything's able to be rolled around with my fingers, so that's good. Okay, one more time. Just going to check right here. One more time, okay? Okay, well, seems to me like everything's fine with your lymph nodes. They seem to all be an alright size, no issues with them. They're not painful to you. They're easily rolled around with my fingers. So I think you're okay. Then when you get home, if you want to, you can check the ones in your groin area, looking for the same thing that I said. But from what I can tell, everything seems fine. So you can just see the receptionist at the front, and you can come back and see us if you do periodic checks on yourself and you feel anything swollen, okay?